Witch, wait up! Spiritual but torpid witch who's about to flip my witch switch and lose my witchy shiznit. Happy to be here for you, though, and completely at your service. My motivation left. No warning, no goodbye. No, it's not you, it's me. Just gone. And I would like to file a formal complaint. Because we had plans. Oh, my God, I hope I'm in this realm. Not the other one. That was scary. Didn't think I was coming back to you guys. Welcome back to the chaos, besties. Guys. Well, I thought I just dropped it on the way in, but I guess it never made it with me. I'm waiting for my wand, guys. Do you mind, please? Thank you. Gosh. Things I gotta go through for this thing. I have magic and I don't need a wand. So if you're thinking you need a wand to, cast a spell, you don't. But I like it as a pointer because it gives direction. Anyways, welcome back to the Chaos Besties. If you're new here, hi, I'm the Carnivore witch Drea. I eat meat, I mind my business, at least for the most part, and I sometimes fly off the broomstick handle. And today, I am functioning without emotional support. I respectfully acknowledge any holiday happenings today, respectfully, and now I address the disappearance because I did not agree to operate like this. Nope. Sure didn't. Let me tell you something. Motivation is a liar. Not a malicious liar, but definitely unreliable. Because motivation only shows up when it feels like it. It's not consistent. It's not dependable. It doesn't clock in at the same time every day. And it doesn't follow a schedule. It doesn't respect your plans. It just appears. A surprise guest and then disappears like it was never even there. And for the longest time, I built my entire life around it. I said things like, I'll start when I feel motivated. I'll do it when I'm ready. I'll just need to get in the right mindset. And that sounded reasonable. That sounded responsible. That sounded like I was being self-aware. But really, I was just waiting. Waiting for a feeling to do what required a decision. And today, motivation said to me, we're not doing that anymore. Because it didn't show up at all. Not even a little bit. Not even halfway. Not even maybe later kind of way. It just ghosted me. And now I'm sitting there like, so what do we do now? Because I had plans. I had structure. I had a vision for exactly how my day was supposed to go. And all of that was based on me feeling like doing it. And when that feeling didn't show up, everything fell apart. And that's when it hit me. If I rely on motivation, I will only move when it's convenient. And growth? Let me not get into growth. It's not convenient. Change? Not convenient either. Becoming a different version of yourself? It's not convenient. And it requires you to show up even when you don't feel like it. And I don't like that. Let's just be honest. I do not enjoy doing things when I don't feel like doing them. That is not my preferred lifestyle. My preferred lifestyle is doing what feels good, when it feels good, and avoiding everything else. That is the dream. But that dream keeps you stuck because growth lives on the other side of doing things and you don't feel like doing. I don't know. And that's the part nobody romanticizes. Nobody posts about that part. Nobody wakes up excited about that part. But that's the part that matters. Because today, I had to decide, am I going to wait or am I going to move away? And waiting was familiar. Waiting felt safe. Waiting felt comfortable. But waiting is why I stayed the same for so long. So today, I moved without motivation, without excitement, and without that little internal voice going, yay, let's do this. No, that voice was silent, and I had to do it anyway. And let me tell you something, that felt different. Not empowering, not inspiring, just intentional. And that's a whole different energy because motivation is emotional. But intention is a decision. It's not based on how you feel. It's based on what you choose. And today, I chose to show up, even though I didn't feel like it. And I didn't do it perfectly. Let's be clear, this was not a flawless performance. There were pauses. There were moments of, why am I doing this even? There were internal arguments. There were negotiations. But I still moved. And that matters because movement, even messy movement, is still progress. And I realized something. Motivation is great when it shows up. But discipline is what keeps things moving when motivation disappears. And that's where I'm at right now. Building something that doesn't rely on how I feel. Because feelings change. They fluctuate. They disappear. But decisions stick. And I'm learning to trust my decisions more than my emotions. And that's uncomfortable. Because emotions are loud. They're persuasive. They're convincing. They make you feel like what you're feeling is truth. But it's not always truth. Sometimes it's just a moment. And if you build your life around moments, you'll never create consistency. So yeah, my motivation left. But maybe it needed to, because I was depending on it. And dependence creates instability. And I don't want to be unstable anymore. I want to be consistent. Even when it's boring, even when it's repetitive, even when it's not exciting. Because that's where results live. Not in motivation, in consistency. And consistency doesn't need to feel good. It just needs to happen. So yeah, I'm still a little annoyed. I'm still a little tired, and I'm still a little offended that I had to do all of that without emotional support. But I did it, and that counts. And I'll take that win, even if motivation never comes back. Let me take a vacation. I don't know. I'll figure it out. You know, I gave up carbs and I worked it out and found that fat could fuel me even better. So maybe giving up motivation might fuel me with something better. I don't know. Anyways. All right, my messy besties. If you made it this far, drop the words snooze cruise. Read up there, snooze cruise, down in the comments. It means running on empty but still navigating through your day. It means you're drifting but still steering the ship. Mentally checked out but functionally checked in. Yeah, that's what snooze cruise means. So put that down in the comments and then I'll know that you stayed for all the magic. You know, it's like running on autopilot while half asleep. And it really just means you stayed for all the magic. So please, like this video so the algorithm will share it with others who need to hear it. And share it with a friend or other loved one or anyone who could use a good laugh today. It'd be cool of you to send something like myself over to somebody in a video that I can make them laugh. They'll love you for it. I just know they will. Because I said so. And as always, I tell you witches, I love you, messy bestie. Talking to you. No one told you today they loved you, then you know I told you first. Yes, I did. So you stay strong. And go ahead and stay messy. But don't forget your magic, because you're the one with all the magic. And I tell you that all the time. You are the witch of the week. Okay? Don't forget that. I may be the witch, but you are the magic. I'll see you tomorrow, bestie.